Two.
Let's do this, guys. Yeah. We are here. It is the leftovers. We've got a great show today. We are bringing the heat. Yeehaw! Come on now. That's right, brother. Gotta work on my. I'm disgusted. So, there was a big Twitch leak, which, by the way, round of applause to Amazon security on that one, Twitch. I don't know how these huge tech companies manage to leak their data every fucking week, but here we are. You were #1 trending. Every time it comes up, people are like, got him. What I'm wondering is if they have emails, which I'm hoping they do, are we going to finally figure out what happened to Dr. Disrespect? XQC is #1 streamer. And that's some cheddar cheese right there, boy. Yeah. Wow. 8.5 million XQC made for people listening. It's a 2-year period. People in traditional media on television pulling the numbers that people online do are, thing is the top in any field is going to make a lot of money. If you look at the top of the field in YouTube, you would think it's not any YouTuber, For example, like Brian's Toy Review ain't shit. Still huge, but there's other channels that, because now my son, he's over 2, gotten into all the YouTube content, and he loves this one, Baby Bus, and I get fascinated because I go, man, because the views, you'll click on a video and it's got like 1 billion views. So I go, okay, go Baby Bus, Social Blade. And I start looking up all the stats just out of sheer curiosity. And you start doing the numbers and your mind just explodes because, first of all, they don't know what they're talking about. For kids shows, the CPM tends to be higher. So you're looking at least $10 CPM, okay? And now you're looking at, let's come down here. Oh, they're having a rough time here, guys. Their best month was 1 billion views in May in 1 month. So 1 billion views at 10 would be, I think, $10 million in 1 month. Right, Dan? Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I think it's fantastic that you guys are, back a few years ago when we were on Twitch, people were not making money, but you guys are making top end dollars now. It's just weird because we're part of this industry that everyone loves and everyone's happy. It's like, we don't want to watch TV, we don't want to get cable subscriptions and do all this normal mainstream shit. All those people would make way more money than we do. So why does it surprise you when people at the top of the game, entertaining the most people, working super hard, are making money? What was interesting about this list was that because a story we followed is that just basically that women are ruining Twitch. These thoughts, I guess, as they call them, or hot tub girls or e-girls. There's not correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see a girl here. There's nobody in the top 25 that's even a woman. And maybe she's the only hot tub streamer. So I find that ironic too about how much people have bitched and cried and moaned about girls on Twitch. And they're not even on the list. So fucking eat shit to them, by the way, side note. But I think Pokemon made a good point about it. She said, at least people can't over exaggerate me making millions off my viewers anymore. She wasn't even cracked the top 100.
She's number 39, I see.
People think that when you have a few million bucks, it's easy to just be like, here, take my money, make me money. It's not like that, you guys. It's really not. There are times when capitalism, I personally think capitalism is a great system. I am a capitalist. There's a lot of times where capitalism does exploit labor. For sure. And you look at Walmart and Amazon and the companies like that where they're publicly traded and they're serving, the interests of their board and extra. Then they squeeze motherfuckers as tight as possible without popping them, right? My philosophy on capitalism is that I would say in general, it's a fantastic system. But I also have a big asterisk next to it, in which I do believe in big government. I do believe in social programs. There are some verticals of business that should not be privately owned, like jails, like healthcare, medicine in general, you know, stuff like that. It should not be, it's just too important to the public welfare to be run by private businesses. And also, I believe that on the top end and on the bottom end, there needs to be regulations and control and and rubber bands to keep capitalism on the rails, because it will ultimately, it'll undermine itself. Ultimately, like late stage capitalism, you kind of, as you see it here, it's self-defeating. It's self-defeating because for capitalism to really survive, for society to be healthy and well-oiled, you need harmony. You need people on the bottom specifically to feel comfortable enough and content enough to where they're not going to want to start killing people. Yeah, because if you look at Sweden, richest man in Sweden, I'm curious. I know the IKEA guy is super yacked. But if you look at Sweden, they have a shitload. Everything's unionized. And the people that work there make a lot of money. Like the bottom rung employees make enough money to pay rent and feed themselves and live a dignified life. And yet these people are still able to be billionaires. So like what you don't see in Sweden, how rich is this Stefan Persson guy? Pearson. What you don't see in Sweden is a lot of Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and Bill Gates. Being worth $4 or $5 billion is still even different to me. Like I actually don't inherently have too much of an issue with someone being a billionaire. What I do have a really big issue with is obscene mega wealth that just is like literally, it's unfathomable wealth that, and these people become like force of nature unto themselves. Like they can affect so much. But the problem is now, as a business owner, if I'm not paying my employee, you know, $1 million salary, is that my fault that the government is not doing public housing? Because me as an individual, I can't ensure that my employees all own houses. Like it's not possible. I'm fairly ignorant on all that kind of stuff, and that does horrify me. You know what else horrifies me? The quartering. And of course, he totally lies and takes it out of context. The title is Instant Backfire. Ethan Klein and Hasan Piker laugh at people who died of COVID. And, well, let me start by showing you the compilation that he starts the video with.
All right, moving on.
Now, you guys that watched know that we had like a pretty nuanced conversation about like who can we laugh at, who can't we laugh at. We weren't just blindly laughing at, you know, poor people dying of COVID, who are the victims of misinformation. But watch how he edits this.
Kane.
You give me a little volume? Oh, I fucked it. Wait. Is that not right?
Herman Cain went to this event.
Well, you see how he edits it.
And straight up died. And worst of all, you're going to tap dance on their grave.
Yeah, so he cuts it out just to make it look like... But that's his thing. But basically, before we get into watching this video, just to give you the ultimate Jeremy lore, he's quite a beta, actually. He will never be Sigma like we are. Anyway, here is the legendary quartering peeing in his own basement because he's mad his wife got pizza without him.
You never know.
Beta is shit.
You never know. Maybe I'm going to pee in my trash.
Crank it up. Crank it up. Come on now. This is important.
I don't know. My wife went out for pizza without me, and I'm angry about it. Round, and I'm going to pee. If I don't win this round, I'm going to pee in my own basement. Oh, we made it. I was ready to pee my pants. I'm ready. I don't have a toilet down here. All I have is a drain in the floor. I feel like we're going to have to use it, though. I feel like we're going to have to use it.
This is, in a way, he's punishing his wife by destroying his own property. Oh, you're shocked by this? Oh, okay, I'll keep playing it. I've seen this a million times.
Pee so bad. I gotta pee so bad. I gotta pee so bad. I want to lose so I can pee, but I don't want to lose.
And then the context of it all being that he's angry at his wife for going out with pizza without him. And notice how he says, I'm going to pee in my own basement. Like he's going to destroy his own property Like, also, you know that motherfucker is always peeing in his basement, and his wife hates it because it's disgusting. So he's like, my wife's going out for pizza with me. I'm going to pee in my fucking basement to show her. It's splashing everywhere. It's going to stink like piss, for sure.
I have to be so bad.
Oh, and he owns a shed that I think his wife made him buy so that he can go pee out there. He doesn't want to go upstairs, I think.
Don't you dare talk about water.
Anyway, this culminates, of course. I think there's a point here where here it is. I'll fast forward a little bit. Here it comes. The moment of crisis. At this point, yeah, you can hear him peeing. If you put on the headphones, he's peeing. He's standing up and pissing on the floor. So just this, I like to just bear in mind the person we're dealing with. The debate ends here. So anyway, I figured we would enjoy some the quarter brainer. I don't know if he's an anti-vaxxer, but hippo rights, baby. Yeah. Anyway, whatever he is, who cares?
What a piece of shit.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here.
More volume.
And I don't think it's any secret that I've had, you know, my critiques of others at times. And I don't think I've always been the best, in particular, in terms of my hot takes, and not always been fair. And I think that, you know, after podcast with Ethan Klein, I think I actually got some good out of it. I decided that I need to try to be better, especially with my Twitter activity, reduce that, and just be less vindictive and awful, because I don't want to turn into what Ethan Klein has become. It was just a really sad display of two multi-millionaires.
He mentions the wealth, but there's no irony, there's no criticism of it. It's just they're rich. Also, this man is not a socialist. He is pro-capitalism. You should be fucking on your knees kissing my feet because I'm rich, bitch. Well, if he's a capitalist, he needs to worship my fucking feet. He's pro-business. Kiss my feet, bitch. Go pee in your basement.
I'm deep undercover. Now, you know, the basis for this is like, ha ha, hardy, har, har, har. You know, somebody who was anti-poke died. I just don't get that. I don't understand that mentality. I think...
Well, again, we weren't just... I think even you were like, I don't like laughing at random people. We were very open about that. So it's a very bad faith argument.
It's sick. And, you know, if there's somebody out there that is like actively spreading bad information and people are getting hurt of it, and then karma gets them, I can understand that.
He agrees with us. That's what's the whole point. That was literally the whole point of our segment, and he openly agrees with it. I don't get. He did a whole fucking thing. Don't be Ethan and Hasan. They are bad people. He fucking did the same thing. He says you can laugh at people spreading bad info. Well, no, he's doing a total straw man where he's like, they're fucking going to hospitals where people are dying and spitting on their corpse as they are put out in a body bag. Yeah, and then if you go forward, wait, here, I'll play a little bit more for you.
But, you know, spitting up an entire podcast for talking about for like a half an hour, laughing at people who die from this.
I don't think you watched it.
I think even if, let's
what
say,
a lot of these people do is they find the
this
highlight and they see the title and then they make a whole video. I don't think you watched our video. He's soy-faced,
he wasn't
bro.
a part of your
Soy
cult.
everything.
You know, he's still maybe a...
If you go a little bit further, just because I don't really think he's worth it. Crowder's smart, though. He's got like that. He's an advanced racist. You know what I'm saying? Like we were talking about last week. He's got that high level racism.
Have to think about
Crowder's
it, dude.
just dumb. I mean, I guarantee you, Quartering's just an idiot. Steven Crowder does not pee in his own basement. I guarantee that man uses a toilet. He got glass. Yeah, so he said he's been inspired. Here's some of his recent thumbnails. Feminist rage. Bro, are you fucking 2021, dude? Are we really still doing Gamergate?
This is from like 2 days ago. I'm not kidding.
Gamergate TV series. Look at this soy face. This is the level of content, though. Feminist rage, Gamergate, and then, by the way, Epic Meltdown. He's using the same women. He's been using the same women as thumbnail. This was like a meme from like 2015. He must be using the same. By the way,
Because
the
he's still-
Jewface one, that was a kind of a weird take. I wasn't sure about that one. Can someone pull up the Jewface thing? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Was she? I didn't think that she could have been joking. But Sarah Silverman, by the way, his thumbnail game is so crazy. I mean, look at this shit.
Just bad.
Yeah. Here, Sarah Silverman said she wants Jewface to end. Obviously, a shout out to blackface and other minority groups being portrayed by white people or people not. So Sarah Silverman calls for an end to Jewface in Hollywood. Representation matters. Actually, there's a video to it, so we can actually tell for sure. I think for the most part, when Jewish people are cast in a role, it's usually Jewish people that play the role too. I mean, there's a few notable differences, I would say, but
in what she talks about, she cites some specific examples.
Why the fuck won't it load? Is this an ad block thing?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Okay, so here we have the clip. It's good we can hear it and decide if she's kidding or not. But let's analyze.
Watch. Jewface, doesn't feel good to say, is defined as when a non-Jew portrays a Jew with the Jewishness front and center, often with makeup or changing of features, big fake nose, all the New Yorkie or Yiddishy inflection. And in a time when the importance of representation is seen as so essential and so front and center, why does ours constantly get breached?
Actually, this is going to be interesting. She specifically named like the Fantastic Miss Maisel. What was that show called?
Marvelous Miss Maisel.
So Marvelous Miss Maisel, I guarantee you, and I can't guarantee, but maybe you guys can easily fact check this. The creator of that show has to be Jewish.
Right, but the actress isn't.
The actress isn't Jewish, but my point is, the character, I'm assuming, if you guys can fact check that, people are allowed to change their opinions on stuff. The fact that she did blackface doesn't mean that she can't ever like try to make a point about anything. But the question that I have is, do Jewish lives matter to you? We saw a short clip, but she goes on to say, along with a lot of these portrayals, Sarah says anti-Semitic tropes are stereotyped and often played up on camera, including what she describes as prosthetics to make someone's nose bigger. And when has that happened recently? I don't see that. And a heavy New York accent with Yiddish undertones. The creator is half Jewish.
She's Jewish on her dad's side, which technically she's not.
I don't know how to. I mean, but like, it's interesting. I don't think there's a representation problem with Jews in Hollywood, obviously, and entertainment at all. But I've never watched something and been like, no, I've never thought about this. I don't care about this. I guess I see where I think she just sees like the representation and then she's like, well, what about the Jews? But I don't really see that there's an issue there. I personally think that a good actor can play any part, and I don't necessarily have a problem. Obviously, if you're like switching races, that's fucking weird.
Like Scarlett Johansson playing a Japanese woman. Who's Jewish, by the way.
Scarlett's Jewish?
Yeah,
bro. I love when I learned that like a hot chick is Jewish. You're like, damn, because it means like I could have had a chance with her. The Jewish thing holds a lot of weight when you meet a hot Jewish girl. It holds a lot of weight. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I would have had a leg up. I mean, she settled for a fucking goy. Scarlett's a full-blown Jew?
Yeah, she's Ashkenazi. Her original surname is Schlomberg.
She dropped the Schlobner? I need representation. I need more Schlombers in Hollywood. So if you go to the industry and you see like there's, Jews, there's a lot of Jews represented, then it's like, dude, WASPs own everything. Still per capita, there's more fucking WASPs in charge in Hollywood and entertainment by far. So what the fuck? But I think people are just, I don't know, I guess. But there's also something like, I don't know.
Anti-Semitic.
Thank you, Keemstar.
Well, we knew that. Keemstar is anti-Semitic. He once told all of his followers to tweet at me, "Death to all Jews." I swear to God, he did that. He did it. He said, everybody go tweet H3, death to all Jews. Do we have a clip of that or something?
Yeah, he did it on video. There is a clip of it.
There's a video. I mean, Keemstar, it's never enough for someone like him.
Keemstar hates the Jews.
Yeah, but like there is an interesting thing though about white people or like passing white in this case of Jew, white, whatever. She's white. But like Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai, you know, that's like some real white savior shit. I don't think The Last Samurai was Scientologist though, but and then Scarlett playing Ghost in the Shell. So it's like, so what representation does matter at what point? I am considered white here in America, but like if you ask a white supremacist if I'm white, they would say no. But at the same time, maybe she's just talking and thinking out loud on her podcast. So maybe people are looking too much. I don't know. But Jewface just sounds funny. I think it's funny. The concept of Jewface is funny. And she, as a comedian, liked that idea. But then she got serious about it. And then it ruined the whole thing. Because I love Jewface. There's so much room with Jewface. You know? Like, I have a friend. He looks Jewish. But he's not. Jewface. He's getting the privilege of being a Jew. Like Scarlett, if God forbid Scarlett crossed paths with him, and she'd be like, this man's Jewish, I'm going to take a shot.
I've been trying to find evidence of a recent movie where somebody used prosthetics to make their nose bigger.
I mean,
this is the only example I could come up with was in the movie Cloud Atlas, the actress Halle Berry, who's a black woman, in one of the plot lines, played a Jewish woman.
Not Halle Berry.
That's Halle Berry in makeup.
What?
Cloud Atlas, it's like people being reincarnated in a bunch of different lifetimes. So in one of her lifetimes, she's a Jewish woman.
Why would they cast her to play a white woman?
It's part of... You kind of have to see the movie.
Speaking of anti-Semitism.
He was serious. Like, seriously, everybody tweet at fucking H3H3, death to all Jews.
There you have it. Keemstar. We love that for him. Yeah, I woke up one day and I was like, why is everybody wishing me death? I was like, psych, I get that every day. Yeah, so I've got... How long we been going, Dan?
About an hour and a half.
Yeah, I've got my right-wing cringe comp that I want to go. This is kind of like my fun part. This is the fun part of the show. So Alex Jones, as you heard, lost his lawsuits on a technicality. What a fucking idiot. My theory on that, Alex Jones failed to provide documents during discovery over the course of years of the judge saying, you need to produce, you need to produce, you need to produce, and him ignoring court orders for years. So this wasn't like some bullshit judgment. They gave him as much time as reasonable possible. And because he failed to produce documents, he lost all of his lawsuits, which I think he would have had a good chance of winning. The only way I have of explaining why he failed to produce documents is because if what he had to produce would have been so fucking damning to his reputation, the things that he must have said, so horrific behind the scenes, that he was willing to take the biggest L of all time. So here he is demonstrating growth. This is from, what's today? This is from 2 days ago. Right-wing pastor Tony Spell calls in. They are agreeing that the COVID vaccine is part of Satan's plan to depopulate the earth. Facts. No printers.
They're going to have the answer for all the chaos and turmoil and the weather problems that are actually being controlled right now by...
I was about to say they have a huge secret government weather control program that the UN they admit exists.
And I love all the documents on the fucking desk, like straight up, like Charlie Day with the conspiracy board on desk. Yeah, and we do it better. This is a $3 million. I have a laptop in front of me. I don't. He's got the fanciest fucking studio, and he's printing out. You've got to start pinching pennies with those lawsuits, settlements pending.
Sucking a ding dong.
So, yeah, apparently the vaccine is causing also the weather problems we're experiencing. There might be something else causing the extreme weather, but it could also be the vaccine. No, it's also the gays. Yeah, there were some great ones where I think. Gosh, it was one of the classic pastors was when the hurricanes were coming around. He was blaming the gays. Rush Limbaugh does it like no one done it. That motherfucker said hurricanes aren't real while evacuating. That's what's up. Quartering's peas in his basement, but Rush Limbaugh. Well, I don't know what's the comparison. I just want to say he peed in his basement again.
What humans are made out of, so you're bad. Exactly. They're orchestrating the global depopulation collapse, and they're going to blame it on, again, the general public. Why does Satan want depopulation?
He wants depopulation because he wants revenge against the human race because we took his place.
They're saying this like they know Satan. Like I had a long conversation. These people need to be on antipsychotics, not fucking television. And he's going like, the devil is among us. Satan might be right in front of your nose right now.
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do?
God made man in his image and after his likeness. The shot actually affects your DNA, the oxyribonucleic acid. It actually changes the molecular structure of humans who are created in God's image and after his likeness.
You could trust me. I'm sitting in front of a bunch of books. The vaccine changed the DNA. I asked Satan. He said it to me. I know him very well. They're all vaccinated. You guys have too much to lose. He's got a lot of money. He's loving his life. He's in on the grift. They're all vaccinated.
What about Alex?
He's vaccinated. They're all vaccinated. All the Fox News guys, the only people who aren't vaccinated are the people that watch their show. Someone look up like the biggest conservative AM radio host.
So one of the radio hosts that died of COVID recently, this guy Bob Enyart, who I guess was fairly big. It says his net worth was about $1 million. So,
not crazy money. I don't think so, bro. I don't think radio guys make money anymore.
This is probably just like a relatively small market.
Just look up. I don't care if they died. I just want to know. I want to know how much money these fuckers are making.
Another AM radio host that died of COVID, Mark Bernier. His net worth about $4 million. So again,
okay, that's
they're
good
not
money.
like crazy money, but
conservatives are hogs, man. They consume. They find their boys and they consume, man. It's pretty impressive. If we were conservatives, man, we'd be fucking stealing it, bro. Socialist game. Alex Jones is a few months away from peeing in his basement. I'll tell you what.
Isn't that just darn?
The government is wanting to push this vaccine so heavily and say, if you don't take it, we're going to.
It literally marks your DNA.
They're going to have the answer.
Yeah. So still, he's being good boy. He toned it down. He's just saying that the vaccine is a satanic conspiracy to kill everybody on Earth. This was a really interesting take from the Daily Wire host, who basically said that vaccine mandates, the Spanish Inquisition is more justified than vaccine mandates.
No, that's wrong. He's comparing it to cancel culture.
Oh, cancel culture is less. Here, I'll just let you listen to it. It's fantastic.
As for the videos,
this is Ben Shapiro's, and he's got that look. You know what I mean? So here's his hot take.
As for the videos, they demonstrate an important point: that gender ideology, more than any other leftist doctrine, is spread and propagated by force. What you're witnessing in videos like this is a modern form of forced conversion. Gender activists compel normal people to affirm their doctrines under threat of public shaming, loss of income, or violence, or all three in some cases. In a forced conversion centuries ago, or even today in some parts of the world, you may have been coerced into affirming a religious doctrine under threat of being burned at the stake. Now you're coerced into affirming the doctrines of the gender cult under threat of having everything else in your life, aside from your physical body, incinerated. Trans activists are basically what your public school history teacher told you the Inquisitors were. The difference is that the Inquisition has been caricatured. I mean, it was far more defensible than modern day cancel culture is.
The Inquisition is far more defensible than cancel culture. The Inquisition was straight up paranoid. My first reaction was like, okay, what was defensible about the Inquisition? Period. They want to kill us all. And actually, the mass murder of Jews that took place, the Inquisition? Well, that's more defensible than what they're doing. Not just Jews. They killed all kinds of people. So what he's saying, therefore, is that we need to kill trans people? I mean, if they pose that great of a threat to us, we need to eradicate them. And also, let's not mince words here. Just tell us who you are. I appreciate that. It's a little scary. I don't know how many people watch, but he works for a big media company. So it's not like, they're a huge company. They've co-signed him on the TV. Yeah, this is Zuckerberg approved content. Is it true that I just heard this. Is it true that they used to chant during executive meetings at Facebook, company over country? Because I swear
that sounds like
I
urban
know,
legend,
but
but
I swear they used to, I just fact
company
checked
over
that.
country is what they supposedly
used
chanted.
to yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Vox article. I was Zuckerberg's speechwriter. Companies over countries was his early motto.
Company over country. They used to chant that. That's the problem with that level of wealth. You know, well, also that it comes at the cost of so much below. There's so many problems with that. A new book reports that Mark Zuckerberg emphasized a company over country mantra in his company's early days.
So was that just his mantra, or was he literally making his employees chant that? Because that's some serious.
Well,
I mean, both are bad.
Regardless,
Yeah,
this
no, definitely both are
motherfucker
bad.
literally thought to himself, company over country.
Yeah, he's probably not alone in
And
that.
he's like, that's my guiding star.
I'm the meat chef.
It's awesome. Yo, I know we're getting low on time, so I'm going to rapid fire. Here's Ted Cruz sending his thoughts and prayers to the victims of a school shooting, but more pressing issues he's here to talk about.
And there have been far too many of these at far too many schools. And so we are grateful for the courage and the heroism of the first responders. And we are hopeful that all of the students or individuals who may have been injured will come through and survive. We're here today because of the Biden border crisis. Continues to rage on the southern border.
Oh, wait. They cut him. So, like, he's like, we're here today, and then they fucking cut his ass off. It's so good.
All right, so we dropped in there to hear a little bit of Texas Senator Ted Cruz.
Yeah, this is in his own state. This is in Texas. They found his dad. He's the Zodiac. Doesn't make any sense time continuum wise. Shout out to the Cruz family. Your dad's a piece of shit. He made those weird family videos too when he was running for president. Don't touch me, Dad. You have tonsil stones. Well, you see how much he cares about Texas. This is a school shooting that happened in Texas. My thoughts go out to the families. Anyway,
here's a suggestion: just don't be assholes.
Is that Ted?
That was Ted Cruz. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, so that's a good one I really liked. Anyway, let's see. Lindsey Graham booed by his own supporters for suggesting they should get the vaccine. Fantastic. Oh no, not like this. The conservatives have created a monster that they've lost control of. They've created a monster that is now eating their base, and it's killing so many people now in the South and in red states now. It's almost entirely people are dying by like 80% in red states. And it actually, I mean, we just crossed like 700,000 deaths now. And you remember, Dan, I said this pandemic could kill 1 million people and thought people literally thought I was psychotic.
Scaremonger.
And here we are on the precipice, but now it's just killing mostly conservatives. And I think they are realizing they may have fucked up with playing games with this. The truth is, even with the voter suppression and working from a minority position, the margins are slim. They're still slim, dude. Like, you lose a couple thousand people in the wrong place by... Well, here's Lady Graham trying to encourage people to get it.
You want to think about getting it because if you're my age...
This is how much they hate it. I hate these fucking videos. Yeah, thank you.
The people in the hospitals in South Carolina unvaccinated.
Oh my wrong. You're wrong. I read on Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg said that's a lie. Dan, can you just find I hate these. I hate it because hospitals are actually empty. I read that the hospitals are empty, and my friend Joe's cousin went out there and went into the hospital, and it was empty. And then he died of COVID this week. He was assassinated. Here we go. Love.
If you hadn't had the vaccine, you ought to think about getting it because if you're my age...
Boo!
I didn't tell you to get it. You ought to think about it.
No! Fuck you! I won't think about shit!
I got it. 92% of the people in the hospitals in South Carolina are unvaccinated.
Wrong, bitch! My cousin Jeb works at the hospital. It's fucking awesome, isn't it? This one's really fast. Anti-vax protest in LA, or New York, sorry, destroys COVID testing site for no fucking reason. They're protesting the vaccine. Protesting the vaccine and tearing down, what the fuck kind of shenanigans is that? Tearing down a testing station. No thinking about COVID. Anyway, here it is. It's fantastic. No testing, damn it. Well,
do you know who this protest was?
Who?
These are New York teachers and educators that refused the vaccine and got fired. That's what this protest was over.
Damn it. People say like, oh, well, you see people are mass resigning. It's like, it's like 5% or something minuscule of the, but it's like, dude, you're around children. You're an ingrained part of society. Get vaccinated, bro. And if you don't, go find another fucking job. I don't know what to tell you. It's been another Leftovers in the trenches fighting for you.